Good morning, heroes, and welcome to August Book Club. But before we get into that, a couple of reminders. First off, the Live Well San Diego 5K is coming up in a little under a month. It is a free registration, like actually free, not, like hidden fees. You get a t-shirt, you get a medal when you finish. So this is a fun one. A bunch of us did last year. And it doesn't start super early. It starts at 7:30. So pretty good one. And then the kids can come do a run at 8:30 if you want to bring the family down. I think Jarvis brought Jetson last year. So pretty good one. Reminder, this is Money Mindset Month. We've got this week and next week to really focus in on some money and finance issues. Then we'll be on a new topic next month. And as we already talked about, book of the month is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you have finished it, let us know so we can get you a book badge. Hopefully you finished the first weekly challenge. There's still time to get it done, and that was to work on your 100 wishes list. Dr. Alicia told me she actually got up to 100, and she's the first person I know who's hit 100. Good for you, Dr. A. And then last week, your weekly challenge was to calculate your net worth. If you did that, let us know so that I can get you the badge for that one. This weekly challenge is called Fill the Bucket. So what are your current investing and savings habits? Do you have any kind of a system? Your challenge this week is to start a Harv style buckets plan, either automatically or manually. So if you remember, Harv has a little bit more complicated allocation where 50% goes to your bills and all of that. And then you've got, I think, 10% for your fun account and 10% for your long-term savings. And anyway, you can see the book for more than that. It's up to you how complicated you want to get. But if you look online, your bank probably offers this. This was, I think, from our Ally bank account, where we can actually set our bank to automatically put money into those buckets and even set up boosters to round off money and save it. I know B of A has some stuff like that. So check your bank online. You might already have something, or you can do something manual. This is a picture from my actual dirty dresser upstairs. That's our disgusting cat's hair. And those are the savings, investing, and giving pig. So I think we started out just putting like a dime in each one every day. And then we got it up to $1. And now we're up to $5 with the eventual goal of being able to put a $100 bill in each pig every day. So that's how we do it here. So that's your challenge for this week, is to start your buckets. All right, so back to the book. Remember last week we talked about the first half of the money principles and how in each section of the book there is a positive and a negative. So we went down to here, bigger than your problems versus smaller than your problems. Number 10, this is one that I think because of some stuff that happened to me in my childhood, I've had a hard time with, and that's being a receiver. And Harv makes an excellent point, which is if you're not willing to receive, you rob someone else of the gift of giving. And Harv even, I think half comically, half seriously, says to God or the universe, if there's somebody who isn't receiving something you want to give them, I'll take it. And he goes so far as to say, hey, if I find a penny on the floor, I pick it up. And I call myself, he says, I'm a money magnet. And he reinforces that. So if you're really woo-woo, you might say that you're sort of putting that out there into the universe. If you're looking at it from a biological standpoint, you're programming your brain. Regardless, it's a really good habit. Choosing to get paid based on results. Harv talks in the book about a marketing person who offered to get him a certain amount of publicity, and then she would charge him for it. And he said, well, what if you don't get me any publicity? And she said, well, I'm still going to ask to get paid. And he basically told her, well, you're saying that you can get me more publicity than you're promising. And I think if you do that, I should pay you more. But if you don't get me any publicity, I'm not going to pay you at all, because I'm not paying for your work. I'm paying for results. I actually did this. I had a person email me and say, oh, you probably get these too. I've got this email list of the best 10,000 active in real estate investors. And it's, guaranteed great list. You're going to make so much money. And and he kept dropping the price. It started at 500 and he went all the way down to 250. And I just wrote back to him. I said, hey, What about this? What if instead of you charging me any money, I give you 10% of any money I make off your list? And this is 10,000, supposedly good emails. That should be a no-brainer. A transaction in commercial real estate easily will net an income of 10, 15, 20,000. So 10% of that would, just one deal would easily cover what he charges by tenfold. So it seemed like a no-brainer, but the guy still hasn't made up his mind, which to me means he knows his offering is crap. But I love that idea, choosing to get paid based on your results. And as Harv points out, if you're getting paid based on your time, you only have a limited amount of resources, and you can only up your pay without leveraging to a certain point. And even, the best paid people, and I think Harv talks about doctors and surgeons, a lot of them are still really struggling now because they have so much debt and they have to pay so much for insurance. So getting paid on your results, if you can figure out how to do it, is a great way to do it. Think both instead of either or. Remember, this goes back to Covey's think win-win, win-win or no deal. This one really hits me. He says, if you go to the country club, you'll never hear people talking about how much they make. You'll hear them talking about what your net worth is. And I am very guilty of talking about how much people make. So I know for myself, I need to start focusing on that net worth tab. Managing money, I think we all know, debt, getting in dumb debt. This is something we all need to work on. Letting your money work hard for you, that's about passive income. So that's something we've done before. I think in a challenge about a year ago, the challenge was to purchase some kind of passive income stream, even if it was a single dividend paying stock. Acting in spite of fear. I love that Harv says, sorry, Cozy wants to help out. I love that Harv says, everybody's afraid. In fact, I think we had a quote about that last week. So when you know that everybody has fear and that you're no different, I found that very freeing. And then this last one, I had a great sales manager a long time who would tell even the best people in the organization, and I was in the top 20 when I worked at Sears. I got an all expenses paid trip to the Caribbean for it. But even then, he would constantly be on me and say, Rick, stay green and grow. Stay green and grow. Never think that you know everything. And of course, that's sort of the kiss of death, is once you think you've learned it all, you're done. So really great book. I hope that you will finish it at least once, if not multiple times. I've listened to it well over 10 times. I know Jarvis listens to it all the time. Dr. Alicia has listened to it many times. This is such a great book, and I hope you're getting a lot out of it. So same as last time, we're going to pull that slide up and talk about which wealth principle sticks out to you the most, whether it is something you need to work on or whether it's something you feel like you're really living, and why. All right, I'll turn it over to your group leader, and I will talk to you next time, heroes.